There's a real battle waging for electric car supremacy. A few years ago, there were only a handful of battery-powered options around, but there's a lot more choice these days. With manufacturers across the board weighing in on the EV segment, it's becoming a hotly contested area. Take BMW and Mercedes. These two have been locked horns for decades, pitching a range of vehicles against one another. Now the match is turning electric, with the i4 heading up against Merc's new EQE saloon. Which one comes out on top? We've been finding out. Now these cars go about the business of styling in very different ways. Mercedes has a whole new approach, and it's one that is, to be kind, quite divisive. It's similar to the look that we've already seen on the EQS, and it's one that's dictated to by aerodynamics. So there aren't actually too many styling aspects of the car to discuss. It's just one smooth pebble-like object. The BMW, meanwhile, is far more like a regular car. Sure, it's got those ultra-large kidney grills, but to us, it just looks like the far more attractive option on the styling front. It's our winner in this section. Again, both the Mercedes and BMW do things quite differently. Each car is angled around a huge central screen, but whereas the Mercedes is more portrait orientated, the BMW curves around you. Both are intuitive to use too, and are packed with plenty of features. In terms of usability, we'd say that the BMW just edges it here, simply because it has the addition of a rotary dial to control the main screen. It may sound silly, but having a physical point of control makes using the screen on the move much easier. The screen in the EQE is still great to use, mind you, but the i4 just tips it in this area. We really like the comfort-focused approach of the EQE. It feels really plush when you're on the move, while road imperfections have been well isolated from entering into the cabin. It's really quiet as well, which means that it'll be great for longer trips. We do find the steering wheel buttons a bit fiddly to use on the move, mind you, and that makes activating the cruise control a bit more of a faff than it needs to be. The BMW feels like an altogether more involving vehicle. With well-weighted steering, it's got a sportier take on the EV experience than the Mercedes, but then it does struggle more with potholes and other road issues. It depends on what you want to do. If you want a more spirited drive, then we'd opt for the i4, while the Mercedes is definitely the one you want to consider if you're after an alright comfortable drive. So, with that in mind, we're calling this one a draw. Of course, the bulk of your running costs with either of these cars will boil down to where you charge and how much it costs you to do so. An electric vehicle focused energy tariff, if you're able to charge at home, will drastically cut back on how much you spend, keeping either of these cars topped up. In terms of price, the EQE starts from £74,345, while the i4 undercuts it with its £49,995 starting price. It is possible to get up to 365 miles from the most long-legged i4 available too, while the EQE trumps that slightly with a range of up to 388 miles. So if you value range, then the EQE is going to be the winner here. Neither of these cars is a particularly budget offering, but that does mean that you get plenty of standard equipment regardless of which version you're opting for. The Mercedes, for example, gets a full AMG exterior styling pack, automatic climate control and full ambient lighting package as standard, alongside the full MBUX infotainment system. There's enough to keep most avid button pressers happy, that's for sure. Head in the i4's direction and you'll get LED headlights equipped from the off, along with that full curved infotainment system, automatic climate control and reversing camera, among other features. For the price, we'd say the i4 offers the best value here. In reality, you'd be happy with the keys to either of these cars. They both show off the electric powertrain to its full potential, wrapped up in body styles which feel both premium but also well made. We particularly like the EQE's more comfort-focused approach as well. But as an everyday EV, we'd have to lean towards the i4. It feels sportier to drive, but it's still packed with standard equipment and that's what helps make it our winner today. Thanks for watching this twin test of the BMW i4 versus the Mercedes EQE. If you like this video, please drop us a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, then click the subscribe button so you're notified every time we upload a new video.